Are you feeling a little anxious because you've booked or you're about to book your boudoir session? Are you worried your photos are going to turn out cringe instead of sexy? Since 2016, I've photographed 850 sessions. Many of these clients have felt the same way. So today I'm dishing on 7 tips on how to make sure that your boudoir session is amazing and that you get the boudoir photos of your dreams. I'm covering how to feel comfortable, tanning, and so much more. You ready? Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Tracy. I help photographers stay forever booked out without the hustle. Be sure to grab my free guide on my 5 tips on how to book photography clients without Facebook ads. My first tip on how to have an amazing session is to book a photographer that fits your style. There are 3 very specific styles of boudoir photography, and they are very, very different. The first is light and airy, the second is dark and moody, and the third is my favorite, and that is correctly lit photography. Also my style, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. I truly just think that this is the most timeless style of photography. Another thing that you need to think about when you're choosing your boudoir photographer, do you like black and white or do you like all color? I rarely ever use black and white because I love color unless there's a specific request from my client. But if you like black and white, make sure that you choose a photographer with black and white photos in her portfolio. Now, do you like photos that are closer up or do you like more full body photos? That is definitely a style preference. You need to choose your photographer based on what you like. Pick the photographer whose style you're most attracted to. That way you're more likely to be happy with all of your images. One thing that I want to say, just like with anything, good photography isn't cheap and cheap photography isn't always good. That's not always the case, but usually the cheaper photographer is just newer to the industry. They don't necessarily have the skill set that the more experienced photographers have. I've had photography clients come to me because they went to a cheaper photographer who was also newer, all due to budget issues, and they ended up coming to me shortly after to redo their session. So they honestly ended up spending more money than they would have to begin with had they just went to the more experienced, a little bit more expensive photographer immediately. Make sure you pick a photographer who is not going to damage your mental health. A boudoir session is more than just photos. With a good boudoir photographer, you're likely going to spend more than $1,500 on your session. A lot of photographers, though, have some sort of payment plan option. Don't feel like you can't afford the session. Most photographers can make it work for you. A great photographer is going to make sure that you have an amazing experience, an amazing session, regardless of your budget. My second tip to an amazing boudoir session is to get comfortable with your photographer. Most of my clients don't need to reach out to me prior to their session or do a consult because they've seen me in action, they've been referred by other clients, but some of them do, and that's totally fine. I'm 100% okay with chatting prior to their session, or to be honest, before they book. A lot of photographers are gonna be happy to chat with you through their DMs, to chat with you on FaceTime or Zoom video calls. We know that a boudoir photography experience is very intimate. We know that you need to be totally confident and comfortable with your photographer, so reach out to the photographer, make that video chat or Zoom call or phone call, whatever you need to do to make sure you are comfortable before your session. My third tip to an amazing boudoir session is to make sure that you pick out the best outfits for you and your body type so that you go to your session fully prepared. After photographing 850 sessions since 2016, I kind of know what fits most body type, and I have some very specific recommendations. First of all, I recommend you start off with a bodysuit. With a bodysuit, you're still going to be covered, but you don't have so much of that material that you have to move around during the session. I also recommend 3 to 4 bra and panty sets. That's going to give you a lot of variety. My biggest tip here, only grab thongs or cheekies. Leave those boy shorts at home. Also, go one size bigger than you would normally wear. You don't want your underwear to look stretchy in the photos. And you also don't want those awful muffin tops. I mean, we all used to have them in the 2000s, and I don't ever want to feel like I have that again. A few other things you might want to bring: high-rise jeans. Oh my gosh, I've always loved the Calvin Klein vibes in photos. That's exactly where I got this idea from. So now I'm obsessed with high-rise jeans in boudoir photos. Button downs. If you grab your man's shirt, those photos are gonna mean so much to him. A cozy sweater, more specifically off the shoulder. They just always look so comfy and sexy. And of course, you cannot forget the heels, but make sure that you leave those wedges and kitten heels at home. And hey, if you're looking for the best outfits for a boudoir session, I'm linking my Amazon shop in the description description below. I have some of my favorites that I've photographed over the years. You're not going to want to miss this. My fourth tip to an amazing boudoir session is to make sure that you're drinking all the water prior to your session. I would say at least a week before. And I mean, water cures everything. I drink so much that my friends make fun of me, but it's going to help your skin glow. Your makeup is going to look better on. Your skin won't look dry. Make sure you drink that water. My fifth tip to an amazing boudoir session is to decide on your plan of action for tanning. I will never ever recommend a tanning bed. I've had to have too many places on my body cut off, and that was due to pre-cancer, so never gonna recommend that. But personally, I do recommend that my clients get a spray tan before their boudoir session. It makes your skin glow and it's just beautiful and brings out some color. The light bounces off your skin and off that tan in such a pretty way. That being said though, every photographer is different. Some are going to recommend spray tans, but some aren't. Ask the photographer that you book what her thoughts on spray tans are before you decide what you're gonna do. My sixth tip for an amazing boudoir session is to decide how you want your hair and makeup. My makeup artist is amazing. She knows how I like hair and makeup when I'm photographing sessions, but she's also told me that she really prefers when a client brings in ideas instead of just trusting her. But here's a caveat. When you bring ideas, make sure that it's something that you would actually do or some way that you would actually wear your hair or makeup, eyeshadow that you would actually want done and you would wear in real life. A boudoir session is not the place to try something new. And my final tip to an amazing boudoir session is to trust your photographer. As long as you've hired an experienced photographer, she's going to guide you through every pose, every expression from head to toe. You don't need to be a professional model. You just need to trust your photographer. During my sessions, I have 4 specific poses that I start every client with. I call these my icebreaker poses, and I've designed these to specifically look amazing for every client and to get my clients comfortable during the session really, really quickly. After these 4 initial poses, I show my client the back of the camera, and after she realizes I know my stuff and I'm going to tell her exactly how to pose, what expression to give me, then she gets so super comfortable. She starts feeling herself and you can see the confidence grow throughout the session. It is so cool. And those are my 7 best tips to have an amazing boudoir session. You will not regret your decision to book a session if you follow these tips. Now, be sure to subscribe to get notified on my next video, which is on Black Friday sale sessions for boudoir photographers. But while you wait for that, check out this video. And if this was helpful, let me know and give it a like. Lainey Jo says bye. We'll see you next time and thanks for watching.